In about 1988, when I first moved back to California from Oregon, I became friends with Salsa and Ibis and Gary Helfrich, and Gary had found this tire, a Haig-Arack tire, which was made in Finland, which is a big fat 700C tire. At that point, all the off-road tires were 26-inch. This is the first rock and road that I built after I moved back from Oregon in about August of '88. It's back then I was doing only lugged frames, so this is the only lugged rock and road in existence. It has Shimano parts on it, very early Shimano Dior with biopaste chain rings. Everything was 26-inch wheel at that time, but this is the big 700C rock and road tire that we designed and had made after the sample that of the Haig-Arack that Gary Helfrich had found. The drawing was an original drafting, was done by Joe Murray in pencil, and that's what we have the tires made from. It's the powder coat job it's a 4-color powder coat job that was done by Sean Walling, who's now Soulcraft Cycles, and it was necessitated 4 different color changes while painting the same bike, which is pretty hard to do. I don't think I could even do it myself today. Early on, the Rock and Roads were a little lighter tubing, and they evolved into the Rock and Road Tour because I found most people were using them for touring. It's with early Sun Tour parts when Sun Tour was still available here in California. And when I moved to California, everybody was at this point making mountain bikes, and most of those were TIG welded, which allows for a little more variety as far as tube dimensions and angles. And this was what he later evolved into the Rock and Road Tour, which is the same today. This bike was made in 1991. This is a custom one that we did for a trade show. It has a fancy paint job that was current in the early 90s. It has a Marinovative early V brakes. It was painted by Ed Litton. It has a Gary Helfrich titanium stem. This is a later bike. This is from '93. It's a titanium bike that was welded by Wes Williams, who was Willits, and he had been Ibis. It has Paragon titanium chain rings. We wanted to make a 700C RockShox bike. RockShox were only 26-inch at that time, so we CNC machined a fork crown and brake arch so we could use that with that thing. And now 29ers are real common, but back then that was very rare. And this has had White Industries parts, and that's one of our tires. And it was a titanium bike with a RockShox, which had been sort of unheard of at that time. Now it's pretty common. That's a brief history of the Rock and Roads, and those are 3 of the more significant ones that I built over the years. And that's about it.